Hello friends and welcome to another episode of Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. This is your boy Thaddeus from Going Nerdy, and today I am pleased to introduce you to the newest character to our rosters, and that is Darth Traya. Now, as is my custom, with every new character launch, what I like to do is try to find a solid team that I could use to see if I can solo the Heroic Rancor just on auto. Now, the reason I like to do this is because I feel like it really gives you an insight as to how effective these characters are, their strengths, their weaknesses, and what I learned is that the Sith Triumvirate alone cannot solo the Rancor. Now, I just figured that with Darth Traya, Darth Sion, and Darth Nihilus, that would just be enough to decimate the Gamorreans and all three phases of the Heroic Rancor. And while it would have been good or would have been effective, this group is all geared out, is all zated out. I have some pretty solid mods on each of these tunes. But what is funny about this is they don't make it all the way through. And I wanted to show this video because it is hilarious to me as to what stops them from making it all the way through. And I guess many of you are going to clearly guess this. But I want to point out one really funny thing, or one interesting thing, is in this first phase, I start to notice that my characters are really winding down the Gamorrean captain's turn meter. As you see, he's moving very quickly from 15 to 1, which means he is going to enrage. And as we all know, enraged bosses are they just decimate your team. And clearly 3 against this first phase was not the smartest move. Had I put in a few other characters, had I put in a few other Sith, I really do think that this would have been something that would have just dominated the Rancor. I think this team can be played on auto simply because they're so freaking powerful. But what's interesting is as you get to enraged with the Gamorreans, they do a ton of damage and still are unable to stop the Sith Triumvirate. The STR just dominates this crew, and it is hilarious. I mean, what's interesting is the Gamorrean captain, it becomes enraged about halfway through his health, right? He's about 50% when he hits that enraged. But from 50% all the way to the end of the phase, the Sith Triumvirate just decimates them. You're dropping 5% at a time with some of these characters. With Darth Nihilus's Annihilate, it's ridiculous because they're doing just tons and tons of damage. Now, what I found was hilarious about this is I honestly thought that after phase 1, I honestly thought that this crew would not last, that these 3 Sith, these 3 Dark Lords of the Sith, would not last all the way through phase 1. I was wrong. I was flat out wrong. They rocked phase 1, and it wasn't until phase 2 when the Rancor is able to eat my characters that I really start to notice I probably should have had someone on this team that does some solid turn meter damage or does additional turn meter damage. I thought it was really, really funny that the first character that gets eaten is Darth Sion. I was hoping beyond hope that somehow he would revive through being eaten. I know that that's a mechanic that doesn't exist in the game, but I just thought it would be really funny if, like, all of a sudden Darth Sion jumps out of, like, the chest of the Rancor, kind of like a xenomorph from Aliens. I think that would have been hilarious, like, blah! But it didn't happen, and I was kind of disappointed, even though I totally knew that it wouldn't happen. What's funny about this is I thought to myself, what other characters could I use to finish off the raid? Now, my first thought immediately went to Wampa. Right? I've seen a few different videos out there that have shown the Wampa in action against the Rancor, and with a team of 5 that can really decimate the Rancor. And I thought that was hilarious. I'm like, okay, so I'm going to use Wampa, Hermit Yoda, and Cup, because what better team of misfits, of ne'er-do-well, can you really put together that to do a ton of damage? And what's funny is, as you watch the Wampa, he's doing it. He's absolutely doing it. He is just kicking butt. He is taking names, and unfortunately, he falls prey to the exact same thing that took the Sith. When a Rancor is hungry, I don't care if you're the most powerful Sith Lord, or a snow beast from the planet of Hoth, or a 900-year-old Yoda. You're going to get eaten, and you're going to go down pretty quick. So then I moved on and I said, hey, well, you know, if a team of 3 of the most powerful characters can't do it, I'll throw on the Resistance, the Ladies of the Resistance. And I've done this full auto with these tunes, with the Ladies of the Resistance. And I have Rey Jedi Lead, or Rey Jedi Training. I have Holdo. I have Scavenger Rey, Rose, and I've got the cute BB-8. And I thought to myself, I've seen it done before. It is an effective team. It works well. And yeah, I might lose one character to being eaten, but it is unlikely that I'll lose the whole crew. And I was wrong. I assumed that the most powerful team in this whole galaxy, right? I mean, we're told that these ladies are it, right? Rose and Holdo and the Rays, just solid characters, and they are. But when they start dropping, man, they drop quickly. And I was kind of sad that the first character to go was Rey. I was hoping more for Rose to be the first one eaten. I think had Rey not been eaten first, I think obviously I would have done fine. But she did. She got eaten first, and there goes a lot of the turn meter reduction. There goes a lot of ability to, you know, additional turn meter mechanics. And Rose and Holdo just don't hold their own. And in Scavenger Rey, while good, not really good enough in this arena. And so I thought to myself, okay, what team will really seal the deal? What team can I just finish this off with? And I've got to go back on the Murder Bears. And here it is, guys. Full auto. The Ewoks take it to the Rancor. And the message that I have for this is simply, you know, don't mess with the Ewoks. The Murder Bears are coming for you. They're coming at you, and they are a solid team, guys. Don't let their stature make you second guess them. This has been kind of a fun video that I wanted to do. I do have some footage of the Sith Triumvirate in Arena, and I'm going to be posting that here in the next couple of days, probably later today, to be honest. And I'm really excited to show you what I've tweaked in the team that I've chosen to play, and I think that it's a lot of fun. I do think that the Sith Triumvirate raid I think it's worth it. I think now that they've rolled back the rewards to what they were before, I think they're still going to tweak it a little bit in the future. I mean, it just makes sense that there's going to be more to it. I do think that we're not going to get a level cap increase anytime soon. I think that's coming maybe August, even at the end of the year. I think that's when they'll do something like that. No foresight, no knowledge. I don't have any open knowledge to that. It just seems like when they'll do it. Very excited to see that happen too, because I just want to see what it'll look like. Now with that, guys, what do you think of the Sith crew? What do you think of Darth Traya? I do think that she's going to be game changing. I think she is definitely going to be someone that you are going to want to farm. And I've put her up against a number of meta teams, and I just can't really lose with her. I think she's solid. I think she's great. And I'm really looking forward to seeing her as the next meta, because she's going to be the next meta. And I am very excited because, man, she's a solid character. Now, with that, leave a comment in the section below. Like, subscribe, share. This has been Thaddeus from Going Nerdy. And as always, stay nerdy, my friends.